Hello everyone and welcome to the Captain's Video Weblog. We are Monday, December 21st, 2015, and you're right. 3 years ago we should have all died in a terrible, rain of fire or whatever. For the occasion I filmed a Let's Play Suburb video to commemorate the end of the world, because if there's a fandom that really looks forward to the end of the world as the day they might actually get into their favorite alternate universe, it's the Homestuck fandom. So anyway, yeah, it should have ended 3 years ago because, well, the Mayans, sometimes in the early Middle Ages, thought, do we really need to go, much further than that with our calendar? And another person was like, nah, I guess it's okay, huh? And it's pretty much, well, they've probably found no use to continuing the calendar past 2012, though it might have not actually been 2012, but rather 2000, in the 2200s. So yeah. At one point the world would end, but it's probably going to be in like 5 billion years when the sun decides, well, I'm gonna expand, and oh boy, I'm eating all those planets. Shit. Yeah, because if you look at your phone, you probably have an organizer app, calendar, agenda, whatever. If you try to go further than 2100. No, it stops. At least my phone doesn't go further than the 31st of December 2100. I think you can say it like that. I don't know. Saying 2100 sounds weird, mainly because the years in English you cannot pronounce it as just a number for some reason. So yeah. Anyway, it's like, well, we have this calendar that goes to the 31st of December. What's gonna happen next? And not in a, well, it's going to be the new year and a lot of surprise, more in oh god, we're all gonna die way. So, yeah, one thing that bothers me, really, there's no transition, you don't have to think about it, is when I see ads for new technologies, like a phone. It's always an ad for a phone, and it's always done by the people who are who sell you the phone with your subscription, because I don't know the word, like an access provider, I don't know, but it's always, for some reason, the company who does the ads, the guy who's in charge of making the screen caps, always does it in the middle of the night. It's either past 9 p.m. or, in a way it's still past 9 p.m., but before 8 a.m. And I'm like, do they do it right when they get the phone and they get home with the phone, or is it the last thing they do? Because either way, I don't know why you wouldn't do that during the day, when most people would be set to use their phone. A screen cap is literally on a modern phone, on my phone at least, you hold the power button. It gives you 3 options: turn off the phone, plane mode, airplane mode, screen cap. No, nothing more complicated than that. So yeah. And I was thinking about it the other day, and seeing the Rakurai Kishi no Cavalry thread on Reddit made me reminded me of that, because there's a photograph from Volume 9, which is, oh boy, Rakurai Kishi no Cavalry is by no means a great story, but I still think it blows Gakusen Toshi Asterisk out of the fucking water, because there's one girl, she wins. It's pretty much established from episode 4, which apparently is still in volume 1. I don't know how they advanced with that. But yeah, something that bothered me with light novels is that well, I always see on 4chan and on Reddit. I'm scum. I know it. They always go in the thread. Well, they have adapted up to volume 3 or volume 4. They have adapted 5 novels in the span of 15 episodes, and I'm like, how? And it's like one of these aspects of Japanese and Japanese life that doesn't really translate well into our vision of Japan, especially for people who watch anime, because you know. One thing in novels and also in newspapers and all that, all written stuff basically, it's all using vertical script, not horizontal. You know, horizontal is how we write, and because it's using vertical script, it's a lot less text. You know, like in 280 pages, something like that, you can write so little, and that's why a series like A Certain Magical Index goes for like 20 or 30 volumes, if you count New Testament, and it never really goes anywhere. It looks like a compilation of short stories, but it's because it doesn't really go anywhere. They probably use horizontal script in anime because you know, a TV screen is a rectangle, but it's horizontal, not vertical. The length is from left to right, not up down. That's basically it. So you gotta realize that it's one of the many aspects of Japanese life we don't really understand, like the fact that shows that are really long in Japan are cute shows because it's the culture of cute, and that's something that irks me, even though I sometimes lament that I never got to be a cute anime schoolgirl in Japan wearing a sailor fuku. Am I right? Isn't the dream of every man? And also a thing is that, well, I watch anime, I speak Japanese. It's a weird way to see life, basically, because you might grasp a lot of language, but never fully grasp the way you pronounce it. Because if you watch anime, you are shown a very, a very cleaned up version of Japanese. Because seiyus take classes of intonation, of pronunciation, to make it more, make it less like, well, I'm going to put an accent, a tonic accent on every fucking syllable because ha ha ha, isn't my language great? Nah, they form words, which is something that if you watch real Japanese TV with real Japanese people, doesn't happen often. There's a channel here that broadcasts shows, idol shows, where the idols go in small town or pretty much in the middle of fucking nowhere in some kind of weird prefecture in the north of Tohoku or Hokkaido or Kyushu, go to see a craftsman, and he talks like "eto," and you're like, well, fuck, I'm not gonna pick up anything he said, but thankfully there are subtitles because thanks. So yeah, when you this is very, very clean, very sterilized pronunciation of Japanese, because you could watch English TV and pick up lots of English language because that's how they speak. You don't take a class to see how you speak. You just take classes to, kind of manage that. I don't know if that makes any sense, but your theater is easier than being a voice actor in Japan because, well, I mean, you speak like you would speak usually, but you have to articulate. Whereas in Japanese, it's literally a long combination of syllables, and that sometimes you gotta make some breaks to make some words, and that's how it works. So, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty much at the end of my storage for now. So, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.